It's early. It's real early, by the way. So I am about to go work out, and I am about to go work out. Yesterday was insane, crazy. The concert was awesome. The kids did awesome, but it was just some other stuff that was going on. But we got a lot of stuff done. So yeah. And so to my daily Saturday runs, errands, and whatever. I went in today to 7 Under so that I could find me some shea butter. And I usually use one that's called cookie cream butter or whatever, and it smells really good. But today I went with the same brand, but I just got the pomegranate vanilla instead. It's really, really good. Next, I headed over to the iron section, and I had to get some of the liquid iron because that helps a whole lot more than the Mega Foods Iron Builder. I really don't like the pill form, so I really, really enjoy this, and it's really good.
Y'all see how beautiful it is out here? Do y'all see how beautiful it is? This is my favorite time of year, where the leaves are falling and the wind is blowing. And just listen to it, watch this, just. Do y'all hear that? All right, you might not necessarily be able to hear it, hold on. You might not necessarily be able to hear the air, but gotta get back to y'all. What's going on? What's good? I'm so freaking tired right now, I'm telling you. Those last 3 videos that I did were absolute just, but that's how I felt. One day, I just I couldn't even deal with it was a mess. The next day, I just had to post something that was just random because I wanted to keep up with my posts. But at the same time, I was so all over the place because we were trying to prepare for a concert. And then yesterday we had our concert. Concert went great, but because I'm, directing the concert, over the concert and all this stuff and whatnot, I'm the one who's in the background and who has to deal with all the logistics and everything of that nature. It was so much. It was so much to deal with. So when I got home, I still had a paper to write. Let me tell you. So I'm in a class called Minority, it's called Understanding Minority Institutions, or, something of that nature or whatever. Anyway, but I had to write an opinion piece. And I wrote an opinion piece on some of the issues dealing with HBCUs. If you don't know, I'm definitely an HBCU girl. Hold on. And because I'm an HBCU girl, I am, very open about some of the issues that, still occur on HBCU campuses and things of that nature. So the paper I wrote was supposed to be 800 pages. I got so deep into it, I think I wrote 800. Did I say 800 pages? Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. It was supposed to be 800 words. And I ended up making it like 1,100 words, which meant I was really into what I was writing. And I knew when I signed up for this class that I was really going to be interested in the class, because I'm like, okay, cool. So a couple things I have learned is, things like MSIs. I didn't know about MSIs. They're called Minority Serving Institutions. And then I knew about HBCUs. I didn't know about TCUs. I think TCUs are, I have to get this right, tribal community universities or something like that. Tribal colleges and universities. So these are tribal colleges and universities that were founded for the purpose of educating Indians in this country. And I'm like, whoa, I'm talking mind blown, because I, as an African American, have always focused on HBCUs because I'm African American. I never even thought about Indians or Asians or Southwestern or just any other culture or group having an institution just like ours. You know, HBCUs were founded with the whole intent of educating black folks because white folks didn't want us at their universities. So when I remember my ex and their family, they were like, which school do you like? Do you like Auburn or do you like the University of Alabama? And a lot of their family members went to the University of Alabama. And I was like, neither, because my family was Jackson State, okay? And I never forget that. And I was like, neither? I don't give a who nitty and who, because my school, Jackson State or Alabama A&M University, did not have to basically have the doggone National Guard or the Army or whoever come down so that I could attend college and school. I still remember pictures and videos of, you know, from the 60s and 70s of people trying to get into the University of Alabama and all these other schools and whatnot and whatever. And, you know, you don't want me at your school? Oh, say less. Don't worry about it. I'm going over there to the HBCU, and not only am I going to my HBCU, I'm going to have a good time, and I'm going to be around a bunch of black folks that are educated and feel safe and feel wanted and feel needed. That's the need. I'm talking, that was the feel that I had to feel when I was in college. So although I was accepted to places like the University of Kentucky, hold on one second. Okay, cool. Although I was accepted to places like the University of Kentucky and other universities, I had to attend the HBCU, honey. It was like, hands down, my nose is running. Anyway, so if you don't know about information like that, I just informed you on some new stuff because I learned some stuff about MSIs I had no idea about. MSIs are minority serving institutions. Technically, they were universities founded by white folks, founded predominantly for the education of white folks. But because of the environment or because of the area in which it, you know, the region, there we go. A lot of the institutions have now become predominantly black institutions. Go figure. Case in point, Chicago State University, Georgia State University down in Atlanta. Y'all, they are considered to be black schools. They're not HBCUs because in order to be an HBCU, technically you had to be historically founded by an African American or African Americans with the intent of educating. And most of your HBCUs are, or let's just put it this way, they were teaching schools. Like my alma mater, Alabama A&M University, was a teaching school when it was founded. So the whole purpose was to create educators. For Georgia State, I found out this week, just this past week, from some reading, that the intent of Georgia State when it was created, y'all guess what? It was intended to educate white men in the evening. So it was kind of like a part-time college that was a business school for white men only. Now, Georgia State is pretty much, I want to say 70% African American. And because it sits in the center of the city, y'all, so that is what they consider to be an MSI, a minority serving institution. Talk about information you didn't know. Love this class that I am taking right now. I think it truly is titled Understanding Minority Serving Institutions. So there's some new information for you. The more you know is what they call it. Anyway, I'm about to go enjoy my day. I've already gone to the farmer's market. I've already done my workout. I went and got some coffee that I shouldn't have got. I shouldn't have got that coffee. But it was, okay, me and this coffee thing, we're going to have to divorce. Because if you saw in my last little clip, I picked up me some iron from one of my favorite stores. And that iron supplement that I have, it works so damn good. I was not even, when I tell you my breathing was so off for a week, I was so annoyed. Just walking up the stairs was rough. And I knew right at that point, I was like, it's my iron. So I went and got the liquid iron. Anyway, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a couple days. I gave it a couple days, y'all. My energy level shot through the roof. I was like, all right, yeah, it's my iron levels, because I was on my period, and then I was drinking a lot of coffee and, you know, just stuff or whatever. So I'm definitely gonna have to give up coffee. And then last thing, y'all, real quick. So we were at the gym, and one of the girls we work out with, you know, she was like, all right, I gotta get my divorce body on. I was like, oh, here we go. And they were like, all right, Miriam, you gotta come with us. And I was like, dang it. I know my weakness is sugar. It is the bane of my existence, y'all. What I tell y'all. All right, because I've already explained it anyway, and I gotta give me some air. But I've already said it anyway. I already said I need to do it. I already even came on here talking about I'm gonna do a detox. I hate when I do those videos, because in real life, when I want to go back and be bad and just give me a brownie, like I had a brownie yesterday. Oh, it was so good though. Anyway, gotta give you some air, boo. I know you hear this